So, you guys might have heard about the new situation, and I thought I'd make a video to address it. So, as you can see, I'm sitting in a very natural environment. I've just seen my mother. We talked about the issues, and about me leaving the zoo. So, this has been a very difficult decision for me to make. I never really wanted to live independently on my own. I really liked having feeders. I enjoyed when families came and visited me, but one thing I really did not like is my cage. The glass was very thick, so that was a good thing. But like people would come and they'd tap on the glass. Don't tap on the glass. They'd tap on the glass. They'd get their fingers on it. I couldn't see very well. It didn't get cleaned very properly, and nobody really wanted to come into my cage and talk to me. They would throw food at me. I didn't really have any friends. There were a few bugs in my cage. I ate a few bugs. I didn't really have that many friends left. So I ran away from the zoo. And I am ashamed. But I'm not sorry. And I don't want to go back. So you might see a few posters looking for me, a few posts on social media. I don't know how much people care. I'm an endangered species. I don't know how much people care. People should care, but the funding wasn't very good, so I don't think people care that much. If the funding was better, maybe they would clean my cage more. Maybe they would get me a friend. But they didn't do that. I think you guys should fund this cause. If you raise $1 million for tigers, maybe I'll consider going back to the zoo. But the way it is right now, I don't want to go to the zoo. I don't want to be in the zoo. I don't want to be behind the glass cage. I FaceTimed my mom. She told me she would come visit me. My mom is the only buddy allowed near me right now. My mom, she's a very strong tiger. She's a big tiger. She's very hairy. So she's going to come see me in my sheltered woodland. I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm at. You might hear the cars. I promise it's not near a highway. Don't let it give you that impression. Please don't come looking for me. And if anybody misses me, you can call me up. You can shoot me a text. You can mail my mother. You can send mail to my mother, because I will talk to her. And if any of you guys care to donate, my favorite meat is beef jerky. They didn't give me very much of that. It's very expensive. My favorite meat is beef jerky. If the zoo has beef jerky, maybe that will convince me to return to the zoo. But yeah, that's my final statement. I'm not going back to the zoo. I did not like the zoo. If you guys want to know the story of how I escaped the zoo, I'm so proud of myself. So, I told you about the glass cage, right? What I did mention, on the other side, they had this, very tall concrete wall. Maybe it was granite. I don't know the different types of stone. I've been in the zoo my whole life. My only information of the different types of stone is they had a cookbook in my cage, and the cookbook talked about different kinds of countertops and the hardness and the knives and what knives you should use on which countertops, why you shouldn't use a knife on your countertop. So I learned a little bit about countertops and cooking in my time. One thing I'm very excited to do with my newfound freedom is try to cook. I want to try to make my own beef jerky. I'm going to cook a chicken. In fact, there's so many pigeons, so many geese here. I cannot wait. I'm going to take one of these geese and I'm going to cook it. And it's going to be delicious. I am so excited. I finally have access to salt and pepper. But the story of how I escaped is essentially this. It's an open roof, right? Because they want me to have fresh air. They want it to look humane when the visitors visit me. So there's this open roof, and then the squirrel came in. And the squirrel that came in, he seemed to know who I am. He saw this video on social media of this one kid was waving at me. I growled at it a little loudly. Ended up on social media. It's fine. That's another reason why they stopped giving me treats. It's another reason why I left the zoo. But Yeah, this squirrel seemed to know me, and he didn't talk to me, but he was climbing up and down the wall, and I go, well, if the squirrel can do it, I can too. You know, we talk about living in an imaginary box all of our lives. We're taught what we can do, what we can't do. We're socialized, you might say. And I, as silly as it is, I never considered I could just climb the wall. So I climbed the wall, and I find myself like atop this, how should I say it? It's like, the zoo is in kind of like a pretty popular area. I don't know. I climbed the zoo, and there were like these things with people sitting on them, and they had 2 wheels, and they were going over it, and there were a bunch of vines down the other side. It looked kind of pretty. There's a little mosaic in the wall. Oh, it was so pretty. But it's right next to this little like area where all these people, they're going down like these things with 2 wheels, and they're going pretty fast. They're going faster than the people I've seen. They're moving. So I'm like, what are these? These must be machines, because sometimes I see when they do clean my cage, they go in there and they got these little machines, and they got these little like shiny covers, and they got all these like sticks to scrub and stuff. So I'm like, this must be like another machine that they're bringing in, except this machine isn't for cleaning cages. This machine is for going faster. So I go, that's pretty cool. I bet I can still go faster than that. So I go down the wall. It was a pretty tough climb, but it wasn't that tough. So I'm actually so proud of myself, dude. I did that. So I go down that wall, and there's all these people going fast. There's all these machines going very fast, and I started running, and I think they were pretty excited. I think they were pretty happy. They're showing all their teeth. I think they're pretty happy, and right by that there's a little creek. Oh, I realize I'm giving you hints about my whereabouts, but I walked a pretty long time. I walked for like 2 days straight in a mysterious direction. I walked 2 days straight in a mysterious direction, so you're not gonna find me. But yeah, I just swam a little bit. I never realized how much I love swimming. It was great. It was crazy. I got my paws all in the mud and stuff. They're clean now because I swam a little bit more after that. It washed me all nice. I feel like I smell natural now. I smell natural. I smell sweaty. That's how it should be. That's how people should smell. That's how tigers should smell too. That's how the world should smell. I'm just taking a breath of this fresh air. It's so nice. Yeah, so that's the story of how I escaped. I'm not going back to the zoo. I hope you guys will be okay without me. I love every one of you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for following my journey. Goodbye.